Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 23rd episode of our Media Dump podcast. I'm Dom. This is Nick. Together we're...
Skyler's here.
Oh, hi, I'm Skyler.
How do you put Dom and Nick become Skyler's here?
Very carefully. Just mash.
All right, so this
fusion dance.
Fusion.
Here,
pow.
me and you do it, and then we become him.
Oh no, radioactive waste spilled in the middle.
I am your first
yeah.
fusion.
And this is our Media Dump podcast. So this is the podcast where basically we talk about all the media we consumed over the past 2 weeks. We usually go through a range of topics. We start with board games, then video games, movies, TV shows, and then kind of miscellaneous. Okay, that's for you and also for Skyler because he hasn't really watched these like a dickhead.
I know, I am such an asshole.
So before we start, it's our taste what's it called? Review. Mountain Dew Baja Caribbean Splash. Mountain Dew with a blast of natural and artificial guava flavor.
Mountain Dew with a guava.
Guava, man.
Let's
Peak crisp.
really get that in there.
Yeah.
How's it taste?
Taste the guava.
This is how you to feel 5 gum.
It doesn't have a whole lot of flavor.
Give me this.
Really? It doesn't have a lot of flavor. What the hell are you talking about, man?
No, it really doesn't.
Really?
It really doesn't.
It's like good, but it's like
It's good. But it's
it
just
doesn't
light.
have. It's not like
It feels like a
an
diet
intense
version
flavor. Yeah,
without the aftertaste. You know
I
what I
still
mean?
drink it, but it
Yeah.
You can grab the other one if you want.
no. I'll drink. I mean, I like it, but it's like a LaCroix Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
LaCroix.
Like they whispered guava in the room while they were bottling it.
All right, so we got Skyler over here because the plan that we have is to have a guest on every 4 episodes. Every 4th episode, every other month. So it's every other month we have a guest. Next guest, my plan is next guest to be Flynn. The next guest to be my wife. All right, so Flynn, our boy, R.I.P.
Do you want to close the door?
No, I leave it open because our air conditioner is slightly broken.
Ooh.
Do you want to close? You want it closed?
No.
No,
Just
no.
noise.
I'd rather not be sweating, burning hot. I'd rather deal with a little bit of noise.
I second that motion.
Yes, I know you do. All right,
I am
so
here in the corner.
so
I'm just gonna use your armor.
so here we go. Well, we're gonna start board games. So
Board games.
So usually we go through like I do it, you do it, something like that.
Sexy.
But first, I think all 3 of us played a game together. So I said let's talk about that, do a little bit of review of that or whatever.
Catan.
Well,
Have
yeah,
we played Catan together?
No.
Yeah, no, we haven't played Catan.
No.
At least not all 3
I
of
thought it was
us.
funny.
You played it.
Yeah, played
You
it.
played it.
Yeah,
Just never together.
we should fix that.
What did we play?
So we played a Game of Thrones board game, 2nd edition, 2011 is when it came out.
Yes.
Because since then there's been like 10 different ones, but they're all much smaller, like
More
card
compact.
games and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and much lighter games. It was pretty heavy. It's kind of it reminds people of
The story.
diplomacy
Diplomacy.
and Dune to some extent.
Mm.
And so you're playing on the full board of the Westeros.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
Is that right?
Westeros.
Okay,
We'll
I
get there.
couldn't remember. All right, a full board of Westeros, and everybody picks a different house, and then you're like fighting over regions, all the stuff. So you kind of the bet. It's 3 to 6 players. It's definitely best to play at 6 because then it's all perfectly balanced. So we played it at 5, and it wasn't balanced because what happened was my brother was the closest to the bottom, and there was nobody at the bottom. So there's like an AI, not an AI, but it's just a couple of
like defenses or whatever
defenses,
that you blow
yeah.
through.
But that's so easy, and he took those over super
Yeah.
fast. Not super fast, but he took those over and then won. And it
Yeah.
was like, oh,
House Tyrell just slapped House Martell.
And but I kind of knew-ish that was gonna happen.
Well, that's what they say is usually what happens.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
nobody's down on the bottom balancing things out.
Yeah.
Honestly, anywhere.
if
it kinda
Flynn
just-
hadn't been late,
If Flynn, my boy, R.I.P.
Because he's dead.
He's dead. He's dead to us now.
Dead to us.
No. Just dead.
Yeah.
Our next guest is going to be through Ouija board.
Oh.
Yes, through Ouija board.
And he lied to me. I'll put you on blast. He said, I don't have work tomorrow. Or, I don't have work in 2 days. And then the next day he goes, I have work tomorrow.
Yeah.
So they tried to get us 6. Didn't happen, but we're like, we just got to fucking play this game. And I did enjoy it. My brother didn't. But also, he was at the bottom and didn't fight anybody and just did the bases that he took over by himself. And didn't even touch anybody the entire game until the very end when he ran me over and defeated me.
No, he fought, I think, you twice and me once.
He didn't fight me at all.
Yeah.
He fought you once. He didn't fight me at all
until
the very end.
His space
well, technically, he did fight me twice. He had twice as many units as me and steamrolled me at the very end.
Got all of that.
Me, on the other hand, I was stuck in the north doing absolutely
Fighting
nothing.
Him and my wife just fucking boom, 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 boom.
Greyjoy was kicking my ass the
Yep.
entire time.
Do you want to put up a screenshot of the board so everybody knows?
Yes, I put or if I remember,
I'll put it up.
I put the board. I did take a picture of the board. I wish it would have took a better picture. I try to take a picture of boards sometimes.
I actually found a picture online that is only just the board.
Well, we can always just.
Yeah, but I meant like my.
Your board. Okay.
I meant the board of our game. But one thing I did like is it actually felt kind of thematic for me at least, because I was House.
You were House
Baratheon.
Baratheon.
And so I had a bunch of castles right around my area. I literally had 5 castles like right off the bat, but I had no supply. Okay, and so that's like thematic to the world because Baratheon is powerful. You have all this stuff, but you don't have a lot of shit, right? And they have to like keep borrowing shit.
You have a lot of friends to borrow from. Yeah.
And so you were the Lannisters, and you were helping me out a little bit.
Just a smidge.
And so it's like it's kind of so I liked it, and so I know people online were saying stuff about some people say stuff about like kind of imbalanced, but I feel like it's less imbalanced, more thematic to the world. You know what I mean? Like the Starks, I was talking to you about this yesterday. Starks had a lot of land, but not a lot of shit, not a lot of troops. Not a lot of stuff and not a lot of troops. But you had hella land and hella area.
Hella land, but only 3 units to start with.
Yeah, and then Greyjoys had.
They had
a bunch of ships.
Yeah, they had like 3 ships.
And so is that thematic? That they have ships?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is very
So
thematic.
then she had like a bunch of ships. Yeah, she had all this sea warfare, and I had like a little bit, and nobody else had any, basically.
Well, I also killed one of his ships at the very
Yeah, I know. You fucked me over right at the very beginning. And I realized I like didn't do anything in that game, and I still had fun. So I still I remember I was just like I was kind of biding my time because I wanted to like sneak win super fast. But then I just couldn't get the right. It just didn't work out. I couldn't get the right stuff. It just didn't really work out for me to do that.
So did you want to bring up how we were incorrectly playing the game?
We were incorrectly playing the game. So there's just so much to talk about in this game. It would be we can talk about it for 20 minutes
or more.
So there's a bunch. So you do secret orders on the board. Everybody puts down a secret order, and then you flip them all over at the same time. And also there's a card that comes out randomly that there's these tracks that you bid on. So we bid on these tracks, and each track gives you a different ability. And one of the abilities is you have a bunch of is the more higher on the track you are, the more stars you have. And everybody has special orders with stars on them that you can that are powerful or whatever, right? And so 2 of them are what was it? Do you guys remember what it was?
It was well. There's more.
The Valerian steel sword.
So 3. So there. So okay. So real quick. So there's attack. So there's attack, defense, support, raid, and consolidate. So. Sorry.
And what we were incorrectly
there we go.
using.
So the attack, support, and defense are all just normal.
Yeah.
Those aren't special at all. It's just having more attack, defense, and support, right? But then there's one that's raid, and so when you play that normally, it stops another person from using a consolidated power, okay, or a support.
Well, that's a regular one.
Yeah, that's a regular one. But the star one, so only if you're higher up on this track can you use all the star ones. You can remove any one adjacent defense order. So you could like, so if somebody like, oh, I'm good, I can defend, but you play that and can get rid of one of their defense. So it's only a special one. And the consolidated power one, normally you just get
You get power tokens.
You get power
equal to the number of crowns you have on the space where you played it, plus 1 because of the token.
Yeah, so you usually only get 2, but sometimes there's a couple with 3, so you get 3.
Yeah.
But with the special one with the star is you can muster in that area, and so what that means is you get another troop. Okay.
Well, you can fully deploy in that area as if it was if it was a fortress, you would get up to 2 troops or stuff like that.
And so we didn't know that, so we played wrong. The video I watched did not mention that at all, and the rule book. The problem with the rulebook is I think it's a good rulebook, but it's not organized well. Like, I'm like, where the fuck is all this stuff? Like, it's like, and so I could not find that in the rulebook. I was trying to find it, but I found that out afterwards. And if we had known that, boy, would I have had a better game.
Yeah,
because I could have mustered. Yeah,
because I don't think we pulled a card to muster till like turn 4. So
Yeah.
everybody was just running around with like 3
No,
troops.
it was like turn 6 or 7 when muster finally showed up.
I think it was turn 6. The game ended on turn 8. I think we got one in turn 6 and then one on turn 8.
Yeah.
Because we bid on the track on turn 4 and 5 in a row, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just know I checked the bottom of the deck.
Because I think nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
It was nothing happened. We bid on the track. Nothing happened. We bid on the track. We bid on the track. Mustered. Bid on the track. Mustered.
Yeah.
It was something like that. And it was like,
Because
we
I think
bid on the track so much.
Mustard for everybody.
Mustard.
I think the like the first deck or the like first step deck. I think the last like 3 cards were muster cards.
Yeah.
So kind of got boned there, but.
But I kind of like, it's like every game's gonna be a little bit different, right? I watched one video where they were talking about they didn't get any to bid on the track until turn 10. They literally did not bid on the track until the last turn of the game. And so it's like, but we had like a shitload, right? So it's just like every game is going to be different, you know? You could say that's imbalanced. I kind of like that, but I also only played it once.
It seems to be very thematic as well. The amount of times that, at least that we had our vyings for power.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you think about like the story of everything, the power doesn't really change hands too often. Like who has it, but the order of things changes. So somebody might have the throne for most of the game, and then it'll swap hands once. So it makes sense.
It does.
But it's also the wrong way to play the game.
So I'm curious, Nick, did you like it?
No, I hated it. I got second.
Did you actually hate it? Or you like
absolutely hated
just
it.
over-exaggerating
I
a
don't want
little
to play
bit?
that game again.
But we need 6 people.
Shame.
I'm going to call Gary.
Call Gary.
Oh, good Lord, not
When
Gary.
you watch this,
Gary will come. Gary will play.
Gary, when you watch this,
Hey, if we need another person to play, we'll call Gary.
Okay.
well, he was gonna be the 6th person.
If Gary plays,
saw
I
what
want to
you
be
did.
Stark again, and he can be House Martell.
Random. We're doing random.
He can be House Martell.
Random.
We're doing random, but if you get the same house you played before, then you can pick again.
Fine.
Right? Until you play all 6 houses.
Okay.
Because I want it to be random. Because I want it to be random. I think it's funner if it's random.
Yeah.
Because for me, I'll be like, no, I want to win as Baratheon, and then I'll just play them over and over and over and over again. So if I force if I force myself to be random, then I kind of want to force everybody to be random. But I mean, it's also up to my wife.
Well, it's also like if you
It's also up to her.
if you keep choosing,
she
like
will always choose Greyjoy.
yeah, if you want to pick a specific one, you start getting in your head like a way to play. If it's random, you have to play different.
Yeah,
every
so
time.
I like that.
Yes.
So each game's already going to be different.
Yeah,
So what, Nick? What if you were here and 5 other people wanted to play Game of Thrones? Would you play it?
I would absolutely just stand by and watch. That'd be fun.
And watch
Well,
the
I think you would have
I'll
liked
play
it if
the
you.
Wildlings.
I think you would have liked it if you played a different
No, I like
Different
playing
house?
monsters.
house because
Yeah.
you were like stuck like right there, right?
Nah, it's fine. I like being in the middle because that's where most of
I
the
liked it a
squad
lot.
is.
How about you, Skyler?
I loved it. It
Skyler
was very
like really.
thematic.
She liked it more than me. I liked it. I think after one play, probably top 30.
Yeah.
I really
Like-
liked it.
Personally, to me, I really love Dune. I love the Dune board game.
Skyler hated Dune, but you liked this game.
Yeah, which is weird because they're so similar. But to be honest, yes, this game did vie out for my new favorite over Dune.
Well, I haven't played it. So
so maybe, so the expansion.
That's fine.
Actually,
go ahead.
Sorry, did I go?
No,
Sorry.
go ahead.
So the expansion, it adds
the other continent.
It adds Targaryens and
nice.
And with pet dragons, she has pet dragons, and it adds bankers. Are there bankers in the other continent?
Yeah, it's called the Golden Company.
Yeah,
whatever those are.
Yeah, the Golden Company.
And it adds a thing to the game where you have I forget what it's called, but basically you can whoever's like in charge can kind of control. Some people can kind of control other houses, so you can play with less people.
Yes,
that tracks.
You're not controlling. You're like.
You're influencing.
It's something. I think it's. I forget what it's called. Influence. Yeah. You're like influencing.
The Iron Bank. Yeah.
Yeah. You're like influencing other people
with their debts and everything.
Well, that's a lot of the game as well.
Something like that. Yeah. So.
Calling in favor.
So I think. So it's kind of weird. It's for being a game that's like in the Board Game Geek Top 100, right? There's not a lot of videos about it. You know what I mean?
Which is
odd. I thought like I tried to look up videos. There's not like that much. About it. I thought there'd be way more videos.
Yeah, like
it's kind of a popular game, and there's like no videos about it at all.
I looked it up. Tried to look it up on YouTube just to see like some gameplay of it. I literally couldn't find more than like maybe 3 videos.
Yeah.
I go and look up on Dune. There's literally hundreds.
Yeah, I don't know.
Weird.
Well, how many players is Dune?
6.
Dune is 6.
3 to 6.
I was gonna say maybe it's player count.
No.
Well, I think maybe
you can play that. Is Dune better with not fun? Is it better with less people than Game of Thrones is with less people?
Yes, it is technically better with less people because you can play a 4-player game rather easily and it's still fun.
I'd like to play Dune at 6-player one day with the full count.
Full count.
I did. One thing that I didn't say about Dune before is that like, there was one specific turn where I literally did nothing the whole game, and I was just watching everybody else play, and
love those turns.
That could be a big flaw, but that happened in Game of Thrones, but in Game of Thrones I was like actually invested in what everybody else was doing, but in Dune I was like whatever, it doesn't matter because the board changes so much in Dune, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the board does change quite a bit.
The board changes so much, but in Game of Thrones it stays static, so I think I like that more. The board's like static and it's more, the fights are and the territory is more meaningful. But in Dune, like, all my forces got destroyed, and then at the very end, I did one thing, and then I won. You know, I literally got down to 0 troops. I had 0 troops on the whole board in Dune, and then I did one round. I just got like 2 money or whatever it was.
Which faction were you playing?
I don't remember, dude.
Harkonnen.
Oh, Harkonnen.
I did something where like I just did nothing. I got like 1 troop or like I got some money, and then the next round I played a couple troops, and then the next round I ran all my troops into the spots and then played the traitor on Flynn and won, and then I won the game. So it's like I got down to literally 0, and then 2 turns later I won the game. And so I feel like that's not good game. That's not good like design, kind of.
But it is.
It's like is and isn't. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not the best game design. But the Dune board game, especially that one, which was made originally back in the 80s, that was made not for gameplay purposes, but to be thematic and to put you into the universe of Dune. Also, I think another thing that is probably coloring a little bit of your review of it, we were playing with only like the bare bones basic rules of the game.
Yeah, I don't think I would like playing it with crazier rules.
No, the advanced rules.
Maybe. I don't know.
The advanced rules add and make the factions more accurate to the books.
Your finger went.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
It's like,
all right. So I didn't want that to go on for too long, but it did. Fuck. Yeah. All right. Final verdict: Game of Thrones out of 10. Skyler.
I'd easily give it an 8.
I would give it honestly maybe an 8.5 off of 1 play. Maybe if I played it again, I think my review would either stay or go down. I don't think it would ever go up.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
But right now, 8.5. I think it's like top 30, like with 1 play. I really liked it.
Right.
Flynn. God damn it.
No, he's dead.
I was thinking Flynn.
He is imbibing Flynn's
I was thinking
spirit.
Flynn's name. Sorry, Nick.
3 out of 5 stars. Wouldn't change a thing.
3 out of... So 6... That's fine. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, 6 out of 10.
Yeah, it's passing in the U.S.
That means you would play it. 6 out of 10 is playable.
Yeah, 6 out of 10 is playable.
It's passing.
Well,
It means, like, you
arguably
win
3 out of 5 is
so in
6 or
a
7.
Game on the Dice Tower, okay? How they do it is like 6 is a game they would never choose to play, but if everybody else wanted to play it, they would play it. Below 6, like 5.5, I'm not playing that game.
5.8. There we go.
Yeah, you already said 6. You already said 6.
Yeah.
All right. God damn it, that went on for
Do
too long.
you want to go to the next segment? Do you remember the next segment?
Wait, I forgot the segment we're supposed to do before this.
Oh, what is it?
I forgot the first segment of the game. Nick, did you play Carcassonne?
Funny you should ask.
Do not have it.
I brought
So no.
Yes.
You played it?
Yes.
Oh, do you like it?
It's pretty fun, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was playing it, no joke. I literally was sitting there maybe like 4 turns from the end of the game. And I was like, God damn it, he was right. I'm going to love this game.
I know. I told you you're going to love it.
I was watching like videos on the rules and I was like, this makes no sense. It's like this thing scores 14 points and this is 9. It's like, how am I going to keep track of all this shit? It's like, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
That's going to be one of the games played with Skyler. She's like, why don't we have this game yet?
I
hate when she asked that. I'm like, there's so many games.
I'm literally leaving it here so you guys can play it for game night.
You want to play it tonight?
I mean, if everybody wants to. I'm not going to stay for game
How
night.
much is it, too?
How
5?
much is it? It's 2
Yeah,
to 5.
2 to 5.
Oh, bet.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess. So real quick for me, just.
Did you play Carcassonne?
No.
Yeah. Well, shit.
So we did. The segment's over.
Yeah.
We played Secret Hitler a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, you had a new strategy.
Yep.
Just don't even look at it.
Yep.
So I do think that's funny, but like.
I'm never gonna not play that way.
Yeah.
Probably just not gonna play with you though.
That's fine.
All right.
It was a
Is that
funny
what I gotta
strategy.
It was funny.
Is that what I gotta do to get out of playing board games?
Yeah, just totally ruin the whole experience for everybody.
Yeah, but I'm happy.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all that matters is if you are happy.
All right, we played Red Dragon Inn.
What's that?
Skylar won. So we played like we killed Flynn immediately.
Oh, yeah.
I played Brother Bashing again, who I do like, and then you had these special cards, and I fucked Skylar over twice, and I was like, I use this to fuck you over, and then he's like, why do this card? I use this to use the same card to fuck you over, and he's like, what? The same card?
Yeah.
I tried to point away from the microphone so I didn't hurt your ears.
Yeah.
Skylar played Nerodia. She got hella money, so we ganged up. Oh, Skylar played Nerodia, got hella money, so we ganged up on him.
Yep. I stole all of their
Flynn
gold.
played Aaron. He was like, I'm really excited to play this character. And then we killed him 2 turns into the game.
No. It was literally first round. Hadn't even gotten back to his first turn.
Yeah, it was literally first round, killed him immediately.
Man, I wish.
He had taken the first turn of the game. By the time it got to the end of Dominic's turn, he was out.
No,
Gold
I think
loss.
no. I think Skylar. No, it was he got to do one more thing. It was Skylar's turn. That's what it was. He went twice, and then because
No,
I
he
didn't kill him. No, because I played one card to get 1 money away from him, and then he bet money and then raised.
Oh yeah, right.
So
and then
he had 5
and
money,
then he
right?
lost 'cause I
played
kicked
a
him out of
card
the
to
game.
make him lose a money. I was like, okay, he's at 4. We can kind of ignore him. And then he bet and then raised, and he had to bet twice the amount, and then he raised, so he had 1 money, and then Skylar killed him. Skylar made him bet or something like that.
No, it was me. I played pay the inn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tip the wench.
That was funny.
It was a horrible way to win, especially.
Yeah, but it was funny. And then
it
it was kind of me and Skylar, and I was at like 2/3 health, and she was at full health, and I was like, oh shit. And then I almost beat her. I got it down to like 3 health, and then she won. And then she wanted me to say her and Flynn played once, and Skylar beat him.
Yeah.
And then we also played Pandemic Bioterrorist, which we played before.
I haven't played it. Fucking
I'm talking to you. You're supposed to listen.
Yeah.
And
You're talking to them.
He was the bioterrorist,
Shame on you.
but he played wrong, and so he won.
Yeah.
Did you play any other board games, Nick?
It
No,
doesn't
I just played
explain
Carcassonne.
how you do things properly.
Skyler.
Yeah.
What else? What else did you play?
Oh, let's see this week. Ah,
Did,
yes.
did you take notes? We take notes. We try and be professional.
Yeah, I took notes.
and
Speaking of
scroll
notes,
through our
while he's
Facebook.
looking it
or
up.
whatever.
Yeah.
Shut up. While he's looking it up, I actually have a picture of the end game of the Carcassonne if you want to post it.
Yeah, send it to me.
Won by 10 points.
Oh yeah.
It was close.
So This week, I played a game of BattleTech. I don't know if I talked about it with you too much.
Well, do people on the internet know what BattleTech is?
Well, I would assume a fair few people would know
I don't know
what
anybody
BattleTech
watching
is.
this is going to know what BattleTech is.
A lot of people consider
kinda
it
know
to
what it
be
is.
the main contender for Warhammer.
I told you I'm taking your armrest.
A lot of people consider it to be the better game. It's far cheaper to play, and
I bet it's far cheaper to play.
oh hell yeah, it's far cheaper to play.
Everything's far cheaper.
Like in battle,
Not everything.
in Warhammer, you're paying like what $2,000 to build a 2,000 point army or
Yeah,
something,
that's fucking stupid.
and that's to build a singular army for tournament play. BattleTech, on the other hand, I spend like what $200-300, and I've got like 7 different forces that I could run. So it's so much cheaper. It takes about the same amount of time, but it is so much fun, so much better. I did end up losing, mainly because my mechs got headshotted.
So is it kind of a lot like a Warhammer, where it's like mechs in suits fighting and shit?
Well, in classic BattleTech, it's only the mechs, whereas in Warhammer, you have your big mechs, but then you also have like your infantry and stuff like that.
We're gonna play Heroescape again.
Heroescape. But yeah, normal game for BattleTech can easily take like 6 hours.
Well, that's stupid.
And it's very number crunchy.
We've literally played board games for 6 hours.
Not a board game for 6 hours.
Yes, we have.
Name one.
Risk.
That's not Risk. Obviously Risk. Nick, name one more. That was one game.
D&D.
Monopoly.
I haven't played. Did we play for 6?
We played D&D for like 6 hours, yeah.
D&D is
It's like 4 to 10.
I didn't play for 6 hours. The amount of play that I got was like maybe 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's how D&D goes.
Yep, D&D will easily take that much time.
How was D&D last night?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. It wasn't last night, it was the night before.
Who cares?
What's your main?
I usually play a spellcaster of some kind.
Booty.
This week the DM has a lot of very weird things, like time travel shenanigans are constantly happening. We, within the past couple of sessions, went into space and started using Spelljammer stuff from 5th edition. But yeah, it's been going well. My character has died now. My original character died. I am now playing his half halfling, half incubus son. And yeah,
where can I read that?
Huh?
Where can I read that, Mug?
Where's that fan fiction?
Where's that fan fiction? Yeah, that's the funny thing. Very, very early on in the campaign, we went to a city, and a succubus managed to seduce my bard.
Did you say managed? It's a succubus. That's the whole goal.
Yeah, I know, but it's like
It did
the
its
bard. She
managed
seduced
to.
the bard.
Yeah, that's how that works.
It's supposed to be the other way around.
Also, I googled it just to clarify. The cheapest army to buy in Warhammer, $815.
Which faction?
They didn't specify.
Oh,
Yeah. They said next cheapest is Custodes, but you play Custodes because the point cost in the game is cheapest, not the actual like parts to
actually, I just realized something as far as Warhammer. There is an army that you can build for like $300-400, and you have a full 2,000 point list. Yes, actually.
Just no. Just don't do
It's
it.
not going to be terribly
Just don't
good,
do
but
it.
you can.
Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Yeah. I'm not. Why would I do that?
I don't got Henry Cavill kind of money.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
rich as shit. Anything else?
Also played some Carcassonne this week. It was a lot of fun.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear? We
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I
went to
played Carcassonne, man.
went to
It's a
Mountain
lot of
Lights,
fun.
play Carcassonne.
No, my family actually owns the same version of Carcassonne that he has.
I'm gonna get that big box. I'll say fuck it.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I couldn't find it anywhere.
But
It's
yeah,
at
if you do
Game
get the
Castle.
big box,
We went
let
to
me
Game
know.
Castle. It wasn't there.
Oh, they got rid of it. It was there for a month.
Yeah. But yeah, to put it into relation for you, Dom, it's a lot like
I know
Ludwig's
what
Crazy
Carcassonne- I know what
Castles, but
Carcassonne
yeah. It's tons of fun. Played that. I lost. Played several games of Magic this week. Won majority of them. Lost some.
So, is it 60 card or is it Commander?
I play variations of both.
Well, Which one was it?
Well,
Shut up.
I played multiple games. I played 60 card with my brother because I'm teaching him how to play at the moment.
What's your deck?
I have several different 60 card decks that I've been using for the past 10 years. The one that I've been using lately is my tri-colored dinosaur deck from Ixalan.
Is it Naya?
Red, green, white.
Naya.
Yeah, Naya.
I have the same deck, and I am dying to play it.
It is so much fun.
No, I just brought my cleric deck.
We should have. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I should have said something like, "Oh, let's bring it. Maybe we'll play Magic after." Especially if Flynn was here, we could have done it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have a handful of cards that reduce the cost of dragons, or not dragons, dinosaurs. So
that white red creature that does it.
Well, there's a 2-cost white creature and a 2-cost red creature that both do the same thing.
Yeah. Sorry,
so
my bad.
great.
It's 2-cost white.
Oh, it's so great.
It is such a good deck.
All right.
So much fun.
All right. Real quick before we move on, did you work on your Magic decks at all?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Merfolk.
You have the Merfolk deck?
Yep.
How's the 32 deck challenge coming? Do you have one more? Because you had 8.
I had 12.
12.
I think this makes 12 because I had the deck and I priced it, and I'm only going to proxy cards or proxy decks that are under like $200. I'm not gonna spend $200 on a fucking deck.
Yeah.
So if it's over 200, I'm just gonna proxy the whole thing and substitute the cards that I have into the decks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This Merfolk deck was I think $249. So I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah. Speaking of, I actually built a deck this week as well.
Yeah. Before Flynn died, you told me about it.
Yeah. Me and Flynn were working together with my brother's cards that he got from his other brother who just stopped playing the game for some reason. Anyways, we were looking through his collection and we were building him an Emerge Eldrazi deck, pure green.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of sacrificing effects, lots of werewolves that do stuff as well. But the funny thing of it all was looking through this old collection and coming across a very good condition version of Savannah.
Savannah.
I was like, what's Savannah?
Nirvana.
Yeah. Savannah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the original alpha one, but it's still the like revised edition.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $350, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna have to.
Just.
I don't want to throw a $30 card, man.
It's just paper.
I care about it.
He's gonna. I knew it. I did the same thing the first time.
Don't tear that card, man. That is a part of Magic's history right there.
I knew it. I knew. Don't touch it.
It's your face.
I knew 100% Nick was gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's one of the first split lands, right?
Yeah, it is one of the very first split lands. They actually originally printed it in Magic's first alpha set.
Mm-hmm.
Noise.
Yeah.
All right. I think we can move on. Before we move on, does he have to get closer to the microphone, or is it fine?
No, he's fine.
Okay.
Am I fine?
We'll find
Does
out.
he need to talk louder? It's just, he's talking really quiet to me, but does it
No,
sound
because
good?
the mic's right on him.
It sounds really
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Okay.
it sounds.
I'm just
really
wondering because you don't know how it sounds.
No, it sounds
All right.
spot on.
He's being really quiet to me,
Yeah.
so but as long as the microphone picks you up, it's whatever.
Yeah, I'm trying not to speak too loudly because I do not want to blow out our good friend's ears.
All right.
Don't worry, I'll just shoot you in the leg.
All right. All right. I think we can move on. Video games. Nick, you usually got some good video games. That's a lie because he just plays Call of Duty every fucking day.
Joke's on you. Haven't been playing Call of Duty
Good job. I'm proud of you.
because I don't have time.
Ah.
So I had to rebuy my Switch games because I lost all my Switch games in the move. So I bought Mario Kart again. And I bought a new Monster Hunter game because they have a mobile game coming out in September, and I want to get back into it without like overdoing it. Speaking of mobile games, the thing I was showing you, it's Community Day on Pokemon Go today. For Froakie.
I play a lot of Pokemon Go
And it started an hour ago.
at work. We move around so much.
Yeah. Hatched an egg yesterday doing nothing.
Nice.
It was great. Loved it. It was washing dishes. It was counting steps.
So how's Monster Hunter?
It's pretty fun. It's a totally different style because usually you just like they hand you a quest and then you go stab a monster until it dies, and then you come back and you're like, make me cool things out of this thing's dead body. And this one, you hatch them and then raise them to kill each other. So it's almost worse. But it's got like a cell shaded, like rated teen kind of vibe to it.
Mm.
So it's like, yeah, we're gonna raise you and we're gonna be friends. Kill that thing, and then we're gonna be happily ever after. It's like, oh,
Sounds like a very morbid version of Pokemon.
it does have like
Kinda,
Pokemon. Yeah, it does have like a Pokemon.
It's like Pokemon,
vibe.
but with murder.
Yeah,
Pokemon, but with
giant,
murder.
But with
murder
giant,
monsters.
huge fucking murder.
Giant, huge, fucking.
All right. Anything else?
I'm trying to think what other PlayStation game was I playing the other day. I got nothing.
Well, all I did was play a little bit of stories. I haven't been playing much.
Yeah, you said you're gonna finish that, right?
I did not finish it. I played a little bit, played like 10 more times, but I kind of did. I did some of the like, just
Side
same
stuff.
over again.
Yeah.
I should have beaten it, but I don't know.
Right.
Haven't
Yeah,
played
it's
much. Sad about it.
Sad about it or sad like
Sad that I
from
haven't
the story?
played. I just gotta play more.
All right,
Yeah.
It's hard to find the time with my schedule.
Just gotta play more.
I feel that.
Skyler, what's
Yeah?
your video games?
Oh, video games.
I know you got some.
Oh, I do.
You're gonna carry this segment because we got shit.
Well, to bring up
to talk
Pokemon
about.
again,
Please.
I've actually been playing a few ROM hacks lately for the old Pokemon Crystal.
Pokemans?
Yeah, the old
Them damn
Pokemans. Been playing one called Pokemon Crystal Clear. Rather fun game. It's open world. You get to pick whatever city you want to start in. Different cities have different difficulties. And then there's, I swear, there's like more than 15 different Pokemon that you can choose from to start with in this game. And then you just...
15. You start Kyogre. Can you start with Kyogre?
No, you can't start with Kyogre. Kyogre's not in Gen 2.
I know.
That would be dope. But,
You think that'd mess him up if we hit him with it?
Yes.
What?
I meant this. Yes.
We'll show you later.
okay.
Show you later.
But yeah, I've been playing that one. I've also been playing another one that's a ROM hack of Pokemon Fire Red called
Lava.
No, it's not lava. I'm trying.
Magma.
Is it Radical Red?
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
I had to.
Yeah, Pokemon Radical Red, amazing
Plasma.
game.
No, it's Radical, dude.
Radical, man.
A phenomenal plasma.
Been playing it recently. They recently updated it so
Maniacal
it has every single Pokemon that's... They recently updated it, I want to say like 7 days ago, so it now has every single Pokemon ever invented.
Well,
Except for the new DLC stuff that's coming out soon.
there's some Pokemon that they invented but never released.
I mean, okay.
Shut up.
Pokemon that have been released in mainline games. How about we go with that?
What did I say yesterday? I was like, Flynn, what was the last mainline Pokemon game you played? He's like, and you were like, not Pokemon Go. And he goes, hey, you Pikachu. No, he didn't. He said, what was it?
Pokemon, Let's Go.
Let's Go, yeah.
Yeah.
I was kidding about the hey,
Yeah.
you. That'd be hilarious. He goes,
Yeah.
hey, you Pikachu.
The only reason he ever played that was because I had it and I was like, hey, let's play this. It's a 2-player Pokemon game. It's
Phenomenal game.
Yeah.
My mom bought me Hey You Pikachu, and it did not work.
Yeah,
Oof.
no doubt.
So sad.
But yeah.
All right, anything else? Anything interesting?
As far as I've been playing some Digimon Cyber Sleuth lately.
Oh, let's go!
Been playing through that, still getting the hang of it.
I want you to make a cover of that song now.
Digimon.
At real quick at work, what was the Adam Levine? She Will Be Loved was playing at the pizza place, and I was sitting there with my buddy Sam, and I was like, and he's like, Dom, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna strangle you to death.
Oh my goodness.
So you said Adam Levine. My brain went Adam Devine. I was like, I didn't know he covered that song.
As soon as you said Adam Levine, I literally thought of the Smeagol and Gollum parody rap battle song thing. Ladies and gentlemen, future songwriter Adam Levine.
Should we cut this part? All right. What's Digimon? What's that about?
You're playing as a hacker. In this particular game, the digital Digimon world isn't really a thing, but you transfer your consciousness into the human network internet. It's weird, but Pokemon bleed through from the digital world into the human network.
You say Pokemon bleed through the digital network?
I said Digimon.
Well, it's on camera.
I think you might have said Pokemon.
It's
by
on
accident.
camera.
If I said Pokemon, I am so sorry.
If you said Pokemon,
I
we get
think
to
you
whip
might have
you.
said Pokemon. Flynn, Did he say Pokemon?
Leave it in the comments.
He said.
Dang it, Flynn! You're supposed to be on my side, and you're supposed to be dead.
Flynn's ghost. I hear his ghost. His ghost was saying he said Pokemon. I heard him.
The Ouija board is Bluetooth to the speaker.
That was so good. Oh, I hope they can hear him.
I hope.
I'm gonna switch to that when.
But yeah, so you're a hacker. You do odds and ends jobs. You find Digimon in the digital world, bring them back for some people. But you're also trying to figure out about this program that's been capturing people in the digital world and making them go unconscious and to a comatose state, and are never waking up until their body just gives up and dies.
It happens.
This sounds like Sword Art.
Yes, it does sound exactly
that
like
sword. You know what Sword Art
Art
sounds like? Dot hex sign.
What'd you call it?
Dot hex sign.
Do you know what dot hex sign is?
Yeah. Just never heard it called that.
This was called in English, I think. The actual name is, I think it's not that, but on Toonami it was called dot hex sign.
Blame Toonami.
Dude, people in high school, they're like telling me about like, they're like, Sword Art Online. So this is what it's about, and I was like, that's just dot hex sign. That's the exact same story. That's literally the exact same thing. And they're like, what's that? And I'm like, it's the same story. I don't know what to tell you. It's literally the same story.
Look it up, scrub.
Dom over here being a hipster.
Shit.
I liked it before it was cool.
Yeah.
I liked computer-based isekai before it was cool.
Yeah.
Digimon.
I saw this picture on Facebook. This guy bought a white truck, like those box trucks. He's like, got my new job, started isekais for $50. Just hit me up. I was like, yes. He knows.
Oh my. Darkoon.
All right. Good. Video games?
Yeah, good, yeah.
Movies.
Yeah.
Did you watch any movies, Skyler?
Rewatched some of the old Star Wars movies this week.
You've done that a lot, though, haven't you?
Not this year.
Not this year.
Yeah, sadly, I missed out on May the 4th festivities this year.
Yeah, I never do that shit. But actually, a couple years ago when I was living with my mom, I was like, Mom, it's May the 4th. Let's watch Star Wars Episode 4. And she was like, okay.
How old were you? 4?
It was like 2 years ago.
That tracks.
Okay, yeah, that
and
tracks.
then we watched, and then we had you said, and we watched it. And that was nice.
It's Attack of the Scones.
I've heard that one before.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw this one clip, and it was like agree or disagree. Star Wars Episode 9 has no redeeming qualities, and they were like disagree, and both of them went, the visuals looked really cool. Both of them, they're like, the visuals were awesome.
Yeah, the visuals.
Visually,
yes,
it looked really good. The cinematography was great.
Besides the lens flares,
and
yeah.
That's about it. But that's a redeeming quality. If you want to just watch some good, see good stuff, watch that.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's fair.
It's a good action movie, as long as you don't pay attention to the story.
It's one of those, if you don't see, I don't think Episode 9 is a good movie at all. But here's what I say with Episode 7 is Episode 7 is good if you don't know the other movies exist. You just watch Episode 7.
Yeah.
You'd be like, it's a good movie. But if you know the other movies exist, you watch Episode 7, you'd be like, this is trash.
I mean, I wouldn't say trash.
I'd say it's trash.
I mean, it was pretty good.
Trash.
They were trying to be
all three of them. It's just same story as Episode 4.
I mean,
yes,
stupid.
but they were just trying to be
off.
safe because there hadn't been a Star Wars movie in forever.
No, that's cowardly.
Okay, yes, but you got to remember what the fan base was like back when the prequels were coming out. Remember when Episode 1 came?
I don't care.
No, you were too young.
We're moving on.
You're too young to remember.
You're too young too.
You're too young to remember when Episode 4 came out.
I grew up on
Episode 4. Yeah, no shit.
Same.
We don't remember when Episode 4 fucking came out.
But we all know the.
My dad saw Episode 4 in theaters.
I saw Episode 2 and 3 in theaters.
I saw Episode 1. Suck it, nerds.
I think I don't know, my mom don't remember, but my dad, he's like, I saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
I saw Episode 4 in theaters.
Yeah, Episode 1.
I liked it before it was cool. All right, we're not getting this talk. We can't get into Star Wars talk.
We can't.
We'll make it different. We can make a different video ranting about Star Wars. We'll get my big brother in on this.
So Boba Fett.
Nick, movies.
No movies.
I didn't watch a single movie either.
We were watching TV shows.
Not just a single fucking movie.
TV shows, yeah.
Oh, no, wait. Sorry. Monday.
You already talked about that one.
Sunday, Monday.
It's okay.
Oh, never mind. I just lied to you guys.
Yeah, you did. But
How dare you
I
lie
watched
to
4
us,
movies.
man?
Yeah, we know. You lie to us a lot.
Stop lying to us, Dom. It's not good for your
me
health.
and Skyler last Sunday, Monday, whatever. Sunday. We stayed home and we watched Frozen 1 and 2.
Nice.
Frozen 1? Okay.
Frozen 1 was pretty good. Frozen 2 was good too.
Sorry, the intrusive thoughts were just running rampant.
I thought Frozen 2 was good. But I watched it immediately after Frozen 1 came out. So maybe if I had had time,
Yeah.
maybe if I had 3 years or whatever, then maybe I would have liked it less. But I watched it immediately, so it kind of just seemed like a direct continuation of the story.
Yeah, it feels like 2 months after. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of weird where it's oh now. Well, I know that's one thing about number 1 is I was like, what's the magic just exists at how much magic is there? It doesn't explain.
Yeah, it doesn't explain it.
It doesn't. And then the second one is oh, there's magic in this forest. It still kind of doesn't explain the magic, but it kind of just says a little bit more. I don't know.
All it explains is that, yes, Elsa, you have magic, and you have this magic because you're a guardian of the forest.
Yeah, I was just sorry. I was like, Skyler, 20 minutes of the movie, I was like, when does Olaf show up? when is it? She's like, soon. I was like, and then 10 minutes later, I was like, you said soon. Where's Olaf? I'm waiting. And then he showed up
I want my funny snowman.
Then he showed up immediately afterwards.
Yeah. Now he is the best part of that movie.
Oh, hands down.
Go, Nick.
Somebody pointed out the whole why is there magic, kind of it's dumb, and they brought up a good point that magic isn't normal or natural to people. It's natural to natural things. It's supposed to be Disney doing their whole there's
there's magic in everything.
Yeah, this kingdom is part of this section is all of the Disney stuff is connected.
Yeah.
So in the first one, you see Rapunzel from Tangled. I couldn't think of the name.
Yeah, you do.
You see her in the first one for a split second. So it's oh, there's other magic in the world. It's not just her.
Right.
They basically drove it home. It's there's only natural magic, and when it gets stuck with people, that's when things kind of go crazy. That's why you don't hear about kingdoms or castles falling apart, because people and magic don't usually mix.
Yeah.
So but that's just how Disney is.
Yeah. Another thing that rather interested me about the Frozen movies was the fact that Anna and Elsa's parents looked so gosh darn like Tarzans. It was nuts.
I think when the first one came out, there's all those fan theories.
Yeah, it's
but then the second one, it was no.
No.
Fan theories couldn't have happened. But the first one, I remember all the fan theories.
Well, I mean, the fan theories could have still happened with
No. They found the boat. They found the boat in the second one.
They found a boat.
They found a boat or the boat or whatever.
It was the boat. It had their letter on it.
It could have drifted there.
No, it was. You don't remember? It was hidden in a compartment in that boat.
Oh.
I think
See, you don't remember. Well, you don't watch no movies?
No, I've been watching shows.
All right, so I also watched
video games
real quick. It was the reason I said I didn't watch any movies because this week I didn't watch any movies. This is all left 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a movie called Chain Reaction. That's a Keanu Reeves movie from the 90s.
Yeah.
And there's they're working with hydrogen in water, and then there's an explosion, and then he gets framed for murder, and then there's this whole cover up with bad guys killing people and all this stuff. And it wasn't that good, but it was kind of I read on Wikipedia, it said some really entertaining chase scenes, and there was a lot of chase scenes, a lot of just running, a shitload of running, and it was kind of interesting. So I don't know if I would recommend it, but if you want to put a random ass movie on in the background while you're fucking cleaning your house, maybe. Also watched Run All Night, which is a really good Liam Neeson's movie. You know that movie?
Oh yeah.
Do you know the movie?
No, I don't know that one.
So I was pretty sure I had seen it before, but I was like, I'm gonna watch it again. So it's there's a mob boss, and his best friend is his number one assassin, but that guy's kind of old. But they were both kind of really old, and that Liam Neeson's is the number one assassin, and he's not assassin, he's a hitman, and he's kind of old.
There is a difference.
Yeah, he's kind of old, and then their sons get mixed up in a plot against each other, and then the main mob boss is like, I'm gonna kill you're my best friend for my entire life, and now I'm sending all these people to kill you and your son. And the son hates Liam Neeson's, right? And then they're like just running a shitload to go fight against the mob boss and stuff. But it's
a good movie.
Yeah,
I don't know. Fuck it, really good movie. I was like I'm on the edge of really good. I'm just gonna say it's really good. I liked it. I do enjoy it. It's got Vincent D'Onofrio in it as a cop. That was cool. And right. Ed Harris is the bad guy.
Is he the bad guy? I don't remember him.
Liam Neeson's Ed Harris, Vincent D'Onofrio. I'm in.
Yeah, honestly,
I'm in.
Yeah.
It's great because he turns off and on his abilities from Taken.
Yeah, the sons are like, they're not big name actors or whatever.
Yeah.
If you saw them, you'd be like, I think I've seen that guy in some stuff, both of them. But really, it's Liam Neeson's Ed Harris, Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah, it's no John Wick, but I mean,
close enough.
It's like Taken 4.
I have a particular set of skills.
And so we're good on movies?
I think we're good on movies.
We're going a good brisk pace, and I jinxed it.
Yep. Dang it.
TV shows.
So this TV show.
So my TV shows. So let me go first for real quick. I've been watching, what did I watch? I don't want to admit this to Nick. I don't know if he'll get mad. I watched 2 episodes of South Park this past 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna get mad.
And I said I was gonna watch more. The thing is, and when I'm at home, I'm just putting on King of the Hill.
Shame on you.
They're doing a revival. The voice actor for Dale died. I gotta watch it now.
Spoilers.
In real life.
Yeah, Dale's voice actor died, sadly.
There's a picture, and it was like just the 3 of them without Dale, and it was like, yep, and it was like R.I.P. Dale, and I was like.
Yeah.
Gonna miss that.
I texted Marco and he was like, I cried about this. He loves King of the Hill. Yeah. I just sent him King of the Hill memes and talking about King of the Hill stuff.
Yeah.
And all I did was watch like 2 episodes of South Park. I watched the 4th grade episode.
Nice.
So the reason for that, so last podcast I said I'm gonna try and buckle down and actually watch some South Park. Bunch of South Park, and I didn't do that. The reason for that is because at work I got a desk now, and my coworker right next to me doesn't use headphones, so he just has stuff playing out of the computer. And honestly, like, I can't watch South Park. I'm like distracted by his thing. And also the other thing is, like, now that I'm in an office, we're talking all the time, even like during my lunch break.
Shame on you.
Constantly talking a bunch.
You'll let us down.
Or somebody comes in or whatever, and then so I'm like, I want to watch this, but then like somebody's like, we're talking constantly.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm sorry.
So you're just a big fibber.
I'll let you down.
What you been watching?
Because you probably got a bunch, I'm assuming.
Nope.
I watched 3 shows this week. A couple episodes of King of the Hill. Oh yeah, 2 weeks. Watched a couple episodes of King of the Hill with Dom when I was over.
You did, yeah. Flynn, you know, yeah. I think he likes King of the Hill.
Yeah, I think he does too.
You were like, come on, Flynn, let's go. He's like, oh, the episode's almost over.
Yeah, hold up. I want to see how this newspaper episode ends.
Him and his ADD.
Yeah. He does. He really does. So watched a few episodes of King of the Hill. Watched some South Park. You need to watch more. It is hilarious. Let me know when you get to the paintball episode.
Oh, that's not till like...
I'm halfway through season 4.
That's like season 20.
I know, but it's going to be so much fun.
Okay, I'll tell you in a year.
Yeah, okay.
At this rate, 4 years.
So besides those 2, which are just reruns right now.
Just like whatever,
Yeah, just like whatever. Sorry about hitting the mic for all of you with sensitive ears.
Is that loud?
The other thing I watched was a new show that came out this week from Netflix called Mech Cadets.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a fairly decent show, I think. It does have some... It's definitely a good show for, like, if you have, like, a couple kids. So, but it has a good story, and it has some very dark themes in it that really surprised me for how it's... Yeah, it's like... So the basic story is Earth is under attack from these aliens, and this sentient race of mech robots keep showing up every now and then to like pair themselves with a human, and when they pair themselves with a human, it's a bond that lasts for life, type thing. But apparently there's some people in the human organization that have been like, yeah, this robo, he could eventually be fixed up, but yeah, we're just gonna kill him and use him for parts.
All right.
Yeah. It's like really dark.
Good. It's good though.
Oh yeah, it is good. Only 10 episodes, but it's good.
What, you binge all of it?
Yes, I did binge all of it.
All right, Nick, what you been watching?
I watched like season 2 of Demon Slayer. They just compressed it into a hour-and-a-half movie.
Yep. Mugen.
Fair.
It was pretty good.
Fair, tough but fair.
I know, right? Started season 3, got like halfway through it. Then we picked up the Twisted Metal show because we found out it was out.
Was it good?
It's pretty fucking good.
Really?
It's pretty fucking.
It looks so fucking stupid. Dude.
It absolutely is, but it's
wait, there's a Twisted Metal TV show?
Oh yeah. It has Anthony Mackie, Samoa Joe, if you know who that is, and Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I can't remember her character or her name.
The actress's name?
Yeah, whatever she is.
I don't remember. I used to know.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
It was like I was that interview clip with her, and she was like smiling on the.
It's gross.
On the interview, we're like, man, you're smiling. It's so weird. She's like, oh, you want to be like this?
Yeah.
I should have done it to camera. I should have done it to camera, but I was looking at you in the computer screen, and I did it to you in the computer screen.
It's like, don't do it to me in the computer screen, man.
Well, that's just how his brain works. But it's a pretty good show. Like, it brings up the dumb stuff that you totally forget about in the apocalypse. Like, one of the episodes, he's running a job, and they're like, yeah, we'll give you a reward you couldn't even think of. He's like, toilet paper? Like 2-ply? He's like, even better. He's like, 3-ply? It's like, yeah, you forget about those things in the apocalypse.
No, Leaf. What? Remember Cam?
He's like driving all the
remember
time.
Cam?
So. Oh, of course.
What'd you use the wipe? Leaf.
It.
What?
I'm pretty sure it's still over there.
He took a shit in the bushes, and then he was like, wait, what'd you wipe with? Leaf. There's definitely shit still in your ass. And you're like, your hand, don't touch me, dude.
Yeah.
And we still walk like 2 miles home.
Oh, yeah. And it was a hot day. Yep.
Good times.
Good times.
Then he died.
Then he's dead. Yeah, he died.
He died.
Dad's alive, though.
Yep. He commented.
He came back to life. He died and he came back to life because he commented on it.
Ouija board.
Ouija board.
All right, anything else?
It's one of those Ouija apps.
Anything else?
Nah, not really.
This is a fast episode.
I mean, kind of.
It's like with a third person, it's faster than with just 2 people.
Also,
we've also not, all 3 of us have not consumed that much media in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. It was a good one.
Also haven't consumed that much, so that makes it go by faster when you haven't consumed much. Because I'll be like, oh, I got 15 movies to go through. Hold on, let me go through these real quick.
Here, let me go through my 20+ board games I played this week.
Well, that don't happen.
Yeah, it's
all
not
right.
anymore.
We can move on to the. All right, next is YouTube.
Indie board game.
No, next is YouTube.
Did you watch any new YouTube?
I've been watching a lot of. So at once a year I go through phase, right? Where I just watch all the Kitchen Nightmares clips.
I think we talked about this last year.
Oh my goodness, those are so funny.
It's once a year I go through like all the clips I possibly can until I like consume every single clip, and then I restart. And so that's what I've been doing at work a whole bunch. I'm like, or I'm just going to Gordon Ramsay stuff. I like play it. Like during lunch, I just played it like out loud. I was like, "Yes, good to watch this," and everybody's like, "Yeah, yeah, whatever." And so I just played it loud for everybody to hear. That's what I've been doing. Might be. That's really the only thing I think to talk about.
Yeah.
You all.
What about you?
Yeah.
Me?
Some football stuff.
Actually, I've been watching another TV show, but I've been watching it on YouTube, so it kind of still relates. I've been rewatching through Yu-Gi-Oh! GX lately.
Gordon Ramsay. Football, Gordon Ramsay. That's it. Football, Gordon Ramsay. You did say you watch all of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX?
No, not all of it. I'm currently on season 3.
How many seasons are there?
There's 4 technically. Just one of them and a few episodes from 3rd weren't translated and brought over here. You have to watch them subbed.
That sucks.
People will argue and say that sub is better.
I like to watch my shows, not read my shows.
Those people are wrong.
I like to watch a show. If you want to read it, just buy the book. Just read it online.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. There is.
That's how I feel.
There is that.
Like, just read it online. Just read the manga. You'll read it faster than watching it or watch it.
If the entire show was dubbed, I would probably do that. But it's subbed, so
I said my one friend, he's like, voice acting's better. I'm like, how can you even tell?
They have more emotion.
How can you even tell, though? You're guessing the voice acting is better.
Sometimes the sound, like the tone, does match the character's action a bit better.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter if I don't know what the fuck they're saying.
Also with dub, they'll add in random lines that when a character's not saying anything. Like in particular.
Are they funny though?
Oh
they try and add in funny lines.
Yeah, it's they try and add funny lines. Like the most recent episode I watched was the first duel between Jaden and Axel, the volcanic duelist. And
I'll pretend I know who that is.
Oh, well,
me too.
Oh, please. Anyway, so the whole situation of the duel was Axel kidnapped Cyrus and hung him up by some wire that's on a rotating cutting thing.
I see. So he tried that shit in a small town. That's what you're saying.
But yeah.
See how far you get.
Yeah. Anyway, so Hasselberry and Jesse were there as well, watching Jaden duel. Why did you drop that, Cap?
Go get it, buddy.
Go get it. You know you want to. Good. Now put it on your bottle. Good.
Yeah.
Anyways, and so they were trying to sneak around, and one of the added lines they added was Jaden basically yelling at them. It sounds like he's yelling at them, but
hey,
he's
what
like,
the fuck are you guys doing?
But it's like he's trying to be like sneaky about it. It's like, guys, quit talking. Go say Cyrus. And it's like, but he says it super loud, and it's like, how can Axel not hear you, you dumbass?
It's like, hey, yo, you.
Hey, yo,
are you sure this is right? This is good? Hey, Yug, man.
Yug.
Use that.
I kind of want this. I want this dub now.
Use that monster you got there.
Oh gosh.
Come on now,
man.
Yugi boy.
Summon Exodia.
Come now, Yugi boy.
Can't we, dude? Could you imagine in like real life? There's only like 5 copies of Exodia, and somebody rips like murder, like literally straight like kill you. You know, like.
But there are
sue you for like millions of dollars.
Right, but they're throwing his ass overboard too.
But surprisingly, Exodia is not that rare in the universe. It's not.
Back then.
Well, no, even back then.
Back then, the established canon was that there were only 5.
No, there wasn't.
Yes, there was. What are you talking about?
No, there wasn't. I promise you that.
Watching Nick fix it. What happened?
It said it ran out of storage. It won't let me record it.
It's out of storage. All right, that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just use this one.
Yeah.
We might have some technical
difficulties.
Well, you weren't supposed to be moving.
Your face wasn't supposed to be moving.
Your mom was supposed to be.
Anyways,
funny enough.
But yeah, in the original Yu-Gi-Oh, there's literally a duelist who his entire deck is built around 3 of each of the Exodia pieces in his deck.
Yeah, I remember that guy because he was a douche.
He was a douche that was cheating because he put special ink on the back of his cards that he had a special eye lens to be able to see, like, oh, I'm about to draw the left arm of Exodia. Sweet. Yeah.
But that was duelist. That was Cyber City, though, right?
Battle City.
Yeah, it was like season 2 or some shit.
Yeah, so I'm saying in established canon, the like 5th episode or whatever.
No, they never established it as canon. It's just that Yugi only had.
I will find the books right now.
Okay, you're talking books. I'm talking anime. That is two
Book
different.
Book is the canon. Anime is the ad. I will tell Jordan to go find the books right now. All right.
Anyways.
Who cares?
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then the manga breaks its own canon in season 2.
Who gives a fuck, actually?
Apparently, I have 47.5 gigs of media.
Ooh. Is it porn?
Probably.
I doubt all 47 gigs of that is just me.
No.
You're so.
I zoomed in. We're good.
Yeah. All right, Nick, watch anything interesting?
For YouTube?
I saw you look at your YouTube.
Yeah.
Don't lie to me.
Don't lie to me, man.
I had to go back through my history. I get stuck vacuuming a lot, and I have tinnitus, so I watch the same stuff over and over. I was watching the Spiffing Brit. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
The Spiffing Brit.
Yeah. He finds like exploits in video games like Tropico, and he'll just play using that one exploit. Like he beat Tropico 6 using only toll booths.
Yep.
And it works. Like it's great.
It's an exploit.
It's great.
Just go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's because he does it completely just like, yes, run through my 28 toll booths.
I don't care.
It's so fun.
It's like, yes, you
It's
will run
great.
through my 28 tool booths.
Just fucking go away.
It's great, honestly. I've been watching a series on Grounded. I'm pretty sure that's what.
I didn't know there was
can't
a YouTuber series of Grounded.
Yeah, I was watching Neebs Gaming go through Grounded because they have like 38 episodes in it now. And I don't know if they like paid for or if they just found one, but they used an AI editor to match up their audio to their characters' mouths in editing.
Ooh.
So only in editing their mouths will move. And they're like, that's actually pretty fucking cool. So we're going to do that for all the episodes now. So we're going to go bi-weekly. It's like, well, I don't think I'm going to care that much because I don't actually watch the video. I just listen to it. So, yay. Now I miss out on an episode every week.
All right. Anything else special? YouTube special?
There's this other channel I watch. This guy's playing through the old Gen 1 Pokemon games.
Ooh.
Using every single Pokemon just to see if he can beat the game or how long it will take to beat the game with like certain number of resets without using any like game-breaking glitches or overtraining.
Right.
He'll pick one and then either run through it with just that one or put two head-to-head that are very similar. So he did the two fossils, Almastar and Kabutops, and he ran through the game like 6 times to see which one was like definitively better. It's like a 3-hour video. It's fucking great. It's amazing to fall asleep to.
Yes.
How you got the time to do that, man?
Fall asleep to.
No, not you.
Oh, him? That's all he does.
Yeah.
He has 2 editors, and he's like, I'm just going to play games all day on stream and then turn this into a video.
That's the dream, huh?
Yeah, that is the dream.
The problem is it takes a lot of hard. That's what I try and tell people, like when they talk about want to do YouTube, and I'm like, Mr. Beast made $0 for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of hard work.
When he started making money, he was still giving it away.
And he really, so like it takes a lot, like
takes a lot to get a lot.
The biggest board game channel, I don't know about the biggest, but the biggest with most employees board game channel, the Dice Tower, on YouTube, obviously.
Yeah.
They made like $0 for like
forever, for a while,
5-6 years,
Yeah.
$0.
Damn.
And then he started making a little bit of money, and then now they got like it's like 15 employees. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I know Mr. Beast kind of popped out a real life cheat code when he realized that most of his views were coming from like other non-English speaking countries.
Yeah.
And then just started making his videos dubbed.
Yeah, that's
in
what
those
Smosh did that I think first. They did
Yeah.
They made El Smosh. It was called El Smosh.
Yeah,
Which doesn't actually mean
I know, right?
and that was like one of the, and that like right now is like one of the top 100 most subscribed to YouTube channels is Smosh Spanish.
Yeah, I think it was Mr. Beast and Espanol was the fastest growing channel the year it came out.
Yeah.
Just because so many people were just going through watching the backlog of videos now that are in Spanish.
Yeah, that's
and he's
smart.
like, yeah,
Man.
it's great because we don't change anything. We just have voice actors come in, like actual like paid celebrity voice actors come in and just voice those characters.
And then there's a one for like each of them. Each of the people has
yeah.
an actual voice actor that is their voice.
And he's just like, yeah, the ad revenue just came rolling in so we could do bigger videos.
And then it was like, he said that's probably the channel that makes the most money for the most amount of effort that's put into out of all of his channels.
Oh, yeah.
Out of all of anything, it was something out of like anything he does that takes the least amount of effort.
Yeah.
Because you have him come in, record, dub that over, bam. And like,
yeah.
He said
so
he just
easy.
sends the script, like translated.
He said something like that. He just sends it
and
over.
they just do it like when they can.
And then they send it back.
And then they send it back.
And then the editor just puts. It's gotta be pretty easy to edit too. Just boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah. But he's like, yeah, it just makes money hand over fist just because he already has the videos. He doesn't need to re-record.
And they'll get tens of millions of views.
Oh, absolutely.
Hundreds of millions.
So yeah, apparently he had to close down Beast Burger, and now he's suing to break that contract.
He's closed down Beast Burger?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He found the company he was partnered with spent more time and effort trying to franchise and expand than they did on quality control, and it started fucking with his brand because he's about
maybe that was a bad
He's
idea.
a man of quality.
Well, now he's taking the legal action to separate that and go after them for damages.
I don't know why he didn't do that in the first place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was like Beast. I was like I don't know if a physical burger location is the way to go.
Yeah.
With like chocolate bars, that makes sense. You know, there's chocolate bars in every single Walgreens in the entire America.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like that makes sense. I think
And
chocolate bars. I think that makes sense, right? But I was
those
like,
chocolate bars are actually really good.
I haven't had them.
Well,
But I was like, I don't know if I don't know if that's really.
I've had the peanut butter one. It's not the best in the world, but I get it. Well, the thing with Beast Burger is it would just be random restaurants that would sign up. They would get the training to assemble and cook the stuff, and that would basically be it. Like they could still order shit in that they're running low on, but other than that, like they were never really like hands-on trained or quality tested. So it was a great idea and concept when they just had a random burger place join.
Yeah, I just didn't think that was. I don't know. I just think didn't think that was a good idea.
It should have gone.
I think it
slower.
was like a thing where it super big because it's like that bam, but then it's just I feel like it was just gonna go down.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened is like it was really big.
Well, he had an issue like mom and pop restaurants. It's no fault of their own because they don't know what they're doing. If they have like a taco place trying to assemble and make burgers, it's drastically different. You know,
Skills.
well, it's a totally different like culinary setup. So you'll take a regular restaurant. Like sometimes they'll have Italian restaurants. Like the Buca di Beppo over here was also a Mr. Beast burger.
Buca di Beppo?
Yeah. So they're making like lasagna next to the burgers. Like, okay, yeah, I guess that works. I guess it's fine, but like, unless they have experience doing that or they were trained to do that, it's not just anybody they can pull off the street to just run two separate food-oriented restaurants that are drastically different.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it just started falling apart faster than they could pull it together.
See, this is what I talk about tangents.
Yeah.
It's still related,
Yeah.
But
you know.
the
But we're not
tangent.
talking about what we watched on YouTube, right? This is what
Yes.
happens.
Yeah, this is
Okay,
great.
yeah.
You jinxed us,
Let's
man.
move on.
You jinxed it.
Sports. Time for sports. Football's back.
that there
Preseason.
foosball. That's the devil.
Yeah, preseason's back. Packers won.
Packers won.
Jordan Love threw a touchdown.
Yep.
Uh,
Jets won.
Jets won.
Beat the Panthers 26.
Did you see the clip I sent you?
No, did you see the clip I sent you? About John talking to somebody about charcuterie boards?
I sent that to you.
You sent that to me? Jess also sent that to me.
I sent it to Jess too. I sent it to both of you. That's funny.
That's great.
Yeah.
I sent it to my mom because I thought it was funny.
Yep. So I kind of wanted the Raiders to lose so I could talk shit about my boy Roger at work. He loves the Raiders, but I want to talk shit.
Who'd
So
they beat? Giants?
they
No.
just beat the Niners.
Niners.
Yep.
And then my other buddy Brandon at work is a Broncos fan, so we just talk so much shit. We shit on the Broncos, dude. Shitting on them and shitting on them and shitting on them so
To be
much.
honest, I'm actually happy that the Raiders
So
won
good.
today. To be honest.
Jimmy G. Yeah. I mean, they're not gonna do good in the season,
Right.
so
Right.
it doesn't matter.
I mean,
They're not.
I don't care if they do good in the season. I personally don't care about football or
Yeah.
really any kind of sports. The only sports I really watch is like electronic sports.
Yeah, I like to watch Apex.
Yeah, or like I mainly watch like the StarCraft stuff.
My bro, Aaron loves that shit, dude.
Yeah, but yeah,
played
it's
all
like
the time.
the only reason I'm happy that the Raiders won is because my entire family loves the Niners, and I just love to see them suffer.
I've been that person in the house.
Niners. And the Bills won. So we're good.
Ian
So we're good. Bills won. Packers won. Niners lost, but I don't care. They're still going to be one of the best teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
Sure.
Get the fuck. Yeah. They got Brock Purdy. Mr. Irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant.
And yep. Preseason, so
Yeah.
don't mean much. We're doing fantasy football at work.
Lame.
Yeah. And me and Brandon at work, we did our bets on who's gonna win each division.
Ooh.
Do you want to
So
say what
we
it
got to
is,
bet
or
something on it.
Yeah.
I kind of went for the most obvious answer for almost all of them, and then I realized.
Fucking lame.
Well, so it's 18 out of the last 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
One team has gone from worst in the division to first in the division.
That tracks.
Yeah.
And I didn't pick any, and I didn't realize that till after I made my picks, and I was like, shit. I was like, I should have picked one.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if I just go with like kind of the most obvious answer, then I'll probably get more than he does because he did a couple of random, not random ones, but different ones.
Right.
So I kind of went safer, but so one I should have changed one of them. Worst to first. One team, 18 out of the last 20 years. That's interesting.
Who do you think it's gonna be? If you had to pick one, just a one.
I don't know. That's the problem, dude. Somebody on one of the talk shows, he picked the Commanders. No, the Commanders.
I don't know if we can call them that anymore. They're supposed to be changing their name this year.
The Commanders, because they were last, but they had 9 wins. They're the only team to ever finish last in the division with 9 wins. But the thing is, so like they had 9 wins, and then the
Like
Giants
10,
had 10 wins or whatever, or 11 wins, and then the Cowboys had 12 wins, and then the Eagles had like 14 wins. So I picked the Eagles again, but I probably shouldn't have done that because it's got the NFC. I've said this to you, the NFC East. That's the division I just said, right?
Right.
They have not had a repeat division winner in 20 years, which is not just a record for football; it's a record for all major American sports.
Okay.
That's crazy, right?
I mean,
Crazier
if
things
it's
have
a
happened.
record, I mean, definitely it's unheard of. But
That's
yeah.
unheard. It's never had. It's all major American sports. Never had a repeat division winner. I thought that was but I picked the Eagles to win again. So I think if any team's gonna break it, it's gonna be the Eagles. They did go to the Super Bowl, but they did lose a couple of, not a lot, but a little bit. So
I forgot I was looking at that.
Oh, did you see the Jake Paul fight? The Logan Paul fight?
Logan Paul?
Was it Logan Paul?
It was
it Jake Paul?
It was Jake and
I don't give a fuck.
I don't care about either of those two.
My friend watched it. He was like, it was stupid, dude. The problem is Jake Paul's like so much, like 2 weight classes. It was like he's 2 weight classes in boxing and like, or something. He was like,
he's I think 3
in boxing and 2 in MMA.
Yeah.
So just
And
put
then
on that weight.
so it'd be like,
say it. It'd be like you fighting Flynn.
we're like this. We're the same.
Yeah, but
Close.
No, it'd be like you fighting me.
5 pounds.
10 pounds. That was 10 pounds.
Okay, fuck it. Me and Darian. Happy?
They haven't seen him.
They haven't seen Darian yet.
me and Jordan.
Imagine a giant bear guy.
If I take Jordan to the ground, I'm beating the shit. We do just stand up. He has so much power. He probably would.
But yeah, personally, I can't
probably got
stand
longer reach.
Logan or Jake Paul
And
at
he just starts
all.
scratching.
No, I get it.
But Jordan, I take you to the ground, beating the shit out of that boy. Dude. Stand up. I think he just so much power. He might fucking knock me out, dude. Honestly. But to the ground, I take him down once.
I think he would hurt
Destroying
himself more trying to hurt you,
Destroying him.
punching you.
My brother. I would destroy his ass. All right. That's it. Sports.
Yeah,
That's all that's going on is that, and I want to try and get into. I keep saying this, but I want to try and get into UFC more. Actually, last week I went and I watched a couple of some old fights just for fun.
Yeah.
You okay? You bored of me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought we were moving on.
Okay.
Moving
Get on with it.
Now, did you hear about the Banff fight card?
No.
Okay.
What is it?
I don't know if you want to break it down in here or
What?
not.
Yeah. What is it?
It was
We got a little bit of time.
they did one like 2 years ago. It's just the baddest fighter. It's not really a title. It's not based on any weight class. It's just like kind of floating, like who's the baddest, whatever.
Yeah.
It was Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier, and the amount of shit talk, like they're respectable fighters. They're respectful fighters.
Right.
But Poirier was like, yeah, I've trained so hard. You know, I've watched all the tape. I know what he's gonna do. It's gonna have to be something crazy, like a kick out of nowhere. He got fucking head kick knocked out. He's like, if this goes to 25 minutes, we're gonna have a talk at the hospital because that shouldn't have happened, and that's where it's going. It's like, why are you just gonna get head kicked in the 3rd round? Just fucking express ticket to fucking sleep. Oh, nope. It was a pretty good fight though.
Oh, did you see the baseball fight?
Welcome to Sleep Town, my
You
son.
see the baseball fight on the second base?
I heard both guys got kicked out. That's all I heard.
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't see
dude.
the fight.
So he slid into it, and the guy tagged him. Or he was safe, but he was standing over him, and he held that, and then he held it for a second over him, stood there, and the guy underneath him is like, "Hey, you want to get the fuck off me, dude? Like, fuck, like I'm safe. Fuck off." Like he stood there and held it, and he waited. And the guy gets up. He's like, "You want to get the fuck off me, dude?" Yeah. And the guy stood up. Is like, "Fuck you, bitch," or whatever. Yeah. And then they both like literally threw down their like, bam, boom, set up, dude. And then the guy in second base throws a punch, misses. The other guy like throws a punch, misses. The guy standing up throws another. The guy's like way shorter than him. Throws another punch, misses, and then down here swinging, boom. That guy, dude. Here's what happened, dude. Swinging out of nowhere, boom. He goes. He got knocked out, and then he woke up. So what'll happen is you get knocked out, and then on the way down you wake up. Right. So that's kind of so he got knocked out, and you could see because he was like. And then he fell down and like woke up, and then he got up like pretending like he wasn't knocked out. But then they're trying to like walk him to the dugout, and he's like falling, like his legs can't stay up. They have to like hold him up. That's how you know someone got knocked the fuck out. Yeah. Literally like bam, knocked out. Oh man, that was great. And then they're all like pushing each other or whatever. But it didn't. I don't think it escalated past that.
If you want to see an absolute like horrendous display of talent when it comes to fighting. Watch any like golf or baseball. They're just so garbage.
Like, are there golf fights?
Yeah, sometimes.
Never seen a golf fight.
Somebody will walk by and like step too close to somebody's ball and it'll start rolling. They just like talk shit, and then one person will hold a club like they're about to smack someone. He's like, they're not gonna do anything.
Did you see the river boat fight?
Oh yeah,
that was
the
amount
of memes I have saved.
You know what? You see that?
The
Skyler?
Fucking chair. Oh god.
So like a boat with a boat with a bunch of passengers, a big boat.
It's like a pontoon.
Pontoon with like I don't know 100 people on board or something like that.
Yeah, it was like a
They're
sightseeing
trying to just park, but there's a tiny little fucking shitty ass thing in their way. And the guy I just saw this today. The guy like honks the horn. The guy people ignore him. He like gets on the intercom and the radios, "Hey guys, you got to move your boat so I can park." And they flipped him off and left. So then like. Another boat like sends security guards to just move the boat. So that's kind of like it's a boat, right? So people will just grab it and move it out of the way, right? Yeah. So he goes to like just move it, and then it's a black guy and this white family comes down, and then they all just start fucking beating the shit out of that dude. But then, guess what happens? To the rescue, man! Fucking
fucking Avengers. Dude.
Avengers, hella black guys come and just start beating the shit out of those white guys. This guy like jumps off the pontoon into the water, swims over there, climbs up, and starts throwing punches, dude. So then, and then they're like out there. So there's like 6 like white family like beating this one guy up. He's like on the ground, they're like, kicking him, dude. And these all guys come over, and there's like 30 of these guys, and there's like 6 white guys taking the shit beat out. And this one guy like grabbed a chair, a metal folding chair, and was swinging it at people. And then right in front of a cop, he hit this chick in the face.
Ooh! He's trying to just bash this bitch.
And then there's like a bunch of memes like Walmart like moved the chairs to the very front of the store and put them on sale. And they were like, somebody took a picture like Walmart thinks there's funny. These have never been in the front of the store. And then there's one meme where like somebody was recording somebody else and he has the chair and he's going like this, like.
Oh yeah, just getting his practice shots in.
And there's hella mute. They're like the Black Aquaman to the rescue.
Black Woman.
Yeah,
I saw another one. It was
that's what you fucking
Michael B. Phelps.
Michael B.
Apparently, the guy that jumped off of the
he's a 16-year-old kid.
The pontoon.
Yeah, the guy that jumped off of like the touring boat. Most of the shots that they're recording from is from the boat, so you're seeing the dock, and they're zoomed in as far as they can go. So it's like 5x zoom. This kid swam, no joke, like Olympic pool-sized distance, got out and started beating ass. So it's like, man.
He's a 16-year-old kid. He's like, I'm going to go help. Dude, I was watching. I was like, oh, man, I try and go help. But I was like, wait, but what if they like see? It's a white guy. Get him. And
like, white guy, get
I was like, oh, wait. I'd probably just stay away. I'd be like, they're going to see a white guy and just
it's a
the
cracker.
Shit up.
Go get him.
They're going to get me or something, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was funny. When that came out, I was like, I showed my boss. I was like, Roger, come here. You'll love this. He was like, I was like, I knew you'd love it. He's like, I do. I love that shit.
I think it's on this phone.
He's Mexican.
I started saving those memes. They were fucking hilarious.
Yeah. All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
So last couple things we go through real quickly: music, podcast, streaming.
Yep.
Any interesting music you've been listening to, any podcast you've been listening to, anything you've been watching on streaming that's interesting. Go. Music, podcast, streaming.
I've been listening to a podcast called Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast.
I have that one saved. I haven't started it.
I am only on episode 4.
I hear
it
phenomenal.
is hilarious.
I won't spoil it. Never mind. I know there's something that comes up later in the season. I don't want to spoil it.
I know. I'm actually planning on adapting that into my own campaign.
Okay.
It is hilarious.
You're gonna tell me what it's about, or?
It's about these dads who are taking their sons to a soccer practice, and on their way they suddenly go through a portal and they end up on like cobblestone roads in their car.
So it's like a scripted podcast?
No, it's not scripted. It's a D&D campaign.
Oh, okay.
They're dads
just in a
who get
podcast.
sucked into the D&D game.
Oh, okay. They're
Yeah.
them. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and their kids.
It's just a podcast that's just doing
They go through the portal. They get knocked out. Their kids get kidnapped, and the entire campaign is them being stuck in the D&D world with a car, a 6-pack of beer, and some other stuff, trying to go through the Swords Coast, trying to find out where the hell their sons are.
a car. They're gonna run out of gas.
Somebody said it was Hot Tub Time Machine meets Lord of the Rings.
Basically, yes.
I was like, that's a good way of putting it.
Okay. All right, that's good.
Oh yeah, it is hilarious. And a lot of the actors go full on into it and will start like saying like dad jokes on purpose.
Oh yeah.
And the DM has made it a thing of like, oh, there's a dad joke. Everyone else take a D4 damage.
Yeah,
Nice.
they have to roll for damage because
their head hurts after the dad joke.
All right. Anything? Anything streaming or music? Anything nice music? Interesting music?
Music. Been listening to a lot of Imagine Dragons lately.
But who doesn't?
Yeah,
every
who
once in a
doesn't listen to Imagine Dragons these days?
I like a couple. Yeah. There's a couple of them. Did you look at the camera?
It's like
I'll blast a couple of. There's like 3 of them. I'll fucking.
oh hell yeah, man!
I'll go
It's
all the
like
way- I'll go all the way up.
Radioactive, Dreamland. Oh wait, no,
don't
not
even know- I don't
Dreamland.
even
What
know
the
that
hell am I
song.
thinking?
What?
I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Streaming? You watch any streams?
Watched a few StarCraft streams.
Okay, moving on.
It's like screw your StarCraft.
What you got?
Nothing. It's just
Nothing?
just country.
You?
A lot of country.
Country, yeah.
Podcast, nothing. Streaming, nothing. Nick, music, podcast, streaming.
I picked up this other podcast. It's a D&D podcast ish. It's
Ish?
It's a family that just play different kinds of tabletop games like that.
Ooh.
I remember they put out a new season of each season they play a different format or a different game.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back through and caught up on a season that I missed. They started with D&D, and then they moved to Monster of the Week, and then they moved to D&D again.
Mm-hmm.
So they just kind of fluctuate through different roleplay games. And the amount of stuff that I missed, because I skipped a season, started watching another season, and the amount of jokes that they reference back is ridiculous. And that's what happens in season 3. So it's a pretty good show. It's called The Adventure Zone, or Taz.
Mm-hmm.
Every year or so, because they're part of a network, every year they do a drive for new members, and they basically do a show about the show. That they
Inception.
Showception, yeah. But they break down like where they're at, like why they made the characters do certain things, and just answer like 30 or 40 questions. That's probably the only reason why I still watch this, because I want to dig into their brains.
Dig into their brains.
You ever like look at your dog and you're like, is he fucking dead?
I've checked on him twice.
I've kicked him.
I thought he
Just-
died this
just
morning.
to
I thought he died because I looked at him and I looked at his chest and I was like, is he breathing? And he had not moved for like 6 hours. And I was like, is he fucking dead? And then I said his name. He didn't respond. And I moved and I went like this and he didn't respond. And I touched him and he was like, huh? I was like, oh my god, he's alive though. Abu, see, good boy.
Okay, he's alive.
Look, dude,
The dog is alive.
Good boy.
people.
Give me
The
a
dog
stretch.
is
Good
alive.
boy, big boy. All right. Sorry to interrupt you, Nick.
No,
But
you're good. I was finished.
you're done.
Hmm?
All right. And we can move on.
2.
Indie Game Club. Flynn! Come here.
Good thing I brought my Ouija board.
All All right, Flynn, we're gonna tag you in. Flynn's just been playing the indie game.
Flynn's been playing the indie game this entire time
Because
because
somebody
Skyler did
didn't.
not play it.
I'm sorry. I did not know.
He wants to finish.
The hell?
So I guess we're waiting on Flynn again.
For those who don't know, we were waiting on
Want some
Flynn
of
for
my
a few
nuts?
hours this morning.
I'll give you some nuts.
No, too close. Too close.
Too close. Too close.
All right, so on our indie game club, we got Skyler tagged out because he didn't play it like a little jerk, and we got Flynn over here, special guest, to take his spot. In indie game club, we played Grow Home. Nick, did you like it?
It's all right.
I liked it good enough. Some of the grabbing was pissing me. I'm like, grab. I had to go like this. I'm like, grab the fucking thing. But I like the growing. I like that part. I like getting on the thing and going like.
Yeah, I found that a little annoying. Sometimes it would just like turn you more than you could control. Like one time, I was trying to just take one over to a crystal that I found on the bottom of an archway, and it corkscrewed. I was like, what the heck are you doing?
Yeah.
So I found out a lot of times you don't realize in the options that you can change inverted controls. The thing is, you can't change the controls when you're growing the beanstalk. So if you change to like inverted or off inverted, when you're moving around, it's perfectly fine or just manageable. Once you start growing the beanstalk, which is what you do, part of the game, it will invert the controls. Or if it orients the camera the other direction and you're upside down, it won't flip the controls. They'll just be upside down. So if you're upside down, left is right, but up is up. Yeah. So it doesn't make any sense. The amount of times I just barreled a beanstalk into the side of a mountain for no reason. I was like, well, now I gotta climb back up. Yeah, it got obnoxious after a few times, but the settings didn't help. It's a great idea though. It just needed to be fixed. How did you feel about the beanstalking?
I liked it. I thought it was. I didn't really have the issues that you're talking about. It was like
Lucky.
So you like stalking beans?
Is beans code for something?
No, because he said, "How do you like the bean
Yeah,
stalking?"
yeah. I stalk beans a lot. The character from Even Stevens.
Now can I shoot him?
But I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable. In the beginning, like literally 5-10 minutes in, I was like, I don't like this. But then like an hour in, I was like, I like this.
Yeah, it kind of grows on you.
Yeah, once you get a few of the upgrades, it's like, oh no, I'm falling. Jetpack over to something I can grab. That really saved the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of times I was like, well, I'm just gonna use this flower until it runs out, and then I'll just beanstalk back up. Like sometimes I would just fall. I was like, I can't catch myself fast enough. I'm just gonna grow another one. Yeah, it got a little annoying. Are you looking for something?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So how many crystals did you guys
I had
get
a
to?
joke saved. I don't remember.
I stopped collecting them, honestly. Like, if they were close, like within like a few meters, or if I had to climb something that had a safety net underneath, then I would definitely do it. I think maybe like 25, maybe.
I had way more than that.
Yeah, I like I said, I just gave up. I just stopped caring. I was like, let me just get to the end of this game.
All right,
I don't think I beat the game actually. Now that I think about it.
I was trying to get to 60 in order to get that second to last upgrade, because no way I'm going for 100. Not in 2 hours.
Hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I got to 58. And then I was like, oh geez, I can't keep scavenging for others. They need me in here.
Yeah, he's like, I'm almost at the end. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Flynn, that was hilarious when you yelled back. He said Pokemon, dude. I was dying. That was so funny.
And because I heard him say Pokemon, and
Ouija
then he
board,
was talking
Ouija
about
board.
Digimon.
Yeah,
and it's like,
the
wait
Ouija
a minute,
board.
he said Pokemon.
Yeah, you spoke from beyond the grave.
Yeah.
And then that gave you enough power to come back to life. So that
Yeah,
was
of
nice.
course.
That
Yeah,
was
because
nice.
we just had your body out there. Yeah.
You were just
The
dead.
power of actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so enjoyed?
3 out of 5 stars. Wouldn't change a thing.
I'd give it 6 out of 10.
3.5.
So funny enough, they have a sequel.
Yeah, do we want to play that? I was thinking we played now, but then I didn't realize Flynn was going to play it. Do we want to save that till the week we play with Flynn?
Sure. I think it's called Grow Up.
Grow Up, yes.
It's
so we'll save that
the same, but just more upgrades, more crystals.
We'll save that for in...
I mean, I don't think this was good enough to play a sequel of it.
We weren't asking.
I wasn't waiting for you to ask.
So that's the problem is that's... the only problem is we did this same thing. Well... Where we didn't pick a new game. We did pick the new game. It was that one, but we'll save that for when we play with Flynn, just so we have more interesting. We can have a more interesting conversation. So we didn't pick a game to play.
Last week?
For this now, what's that? What are we doing now?
Well, it's just me and you, so
yeah.
I don't fucking know. I picked the last one.
Done. You can hang out.
I mean, I have a recommendation.
Oh, what?
How about The Pale Beyond?
We played that one.
You did?
Yep, week 2.
Week 2.
You sure about that?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, go back and watch it right now.
How long to beat though? No, we need that we already have or something.
Okay.
Yeah, we need what we already have, and if we don't, it needs to be under like $10.
Because there's like multiple games on our PlayStation that we already have.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, yeah, here, real quick, you guys vamp.
Vamp.
Hey, so you like drinking blood or?
No, I'm more of like a upside down kind of person. Where the hell did you? Are you grabbing? Are you grabbing your PlayStation?
I don't know. Maybe he's just checking what games he's got on there.
He'll let us know. Gary is playing Call of Duty right now. Shame on you. Dom is literally still logged in playing Grow Home.
So,
God damn
in
it.
Grow Home, you know those like sheep and whatnot that are around?
How many did you throw off a cliff?
I didn't throw any off a cliff.
I threw everyone.
You know those like bear trap plants?
Yeah.
I did drag one of the sheep into a bear trap plant, and it snapped on it, and then the sheep fell to pieces. Like the eyes fell off and everything. It was amusing.
Yeah, I think every sheep I found I threw off a cliff.
My first encounter with a sheep, I was grabbing one of like the carrots to drag over to the telerouter, and the sheep ate the carrot. And I was like, I wish I could kill you right now.
I wish I could just reach inside you with these grabbers, get that carrot back. It's like, let me just turn you inside out real quick and shake you out.
How many plants did you bring to the telerouter?
I have no clue.
Did you bring any over? Or?
I think like 5 or 6,
okay,
maybe.
I did. I think 6, maybe 7.
All right, I guess we don't have to vamp anymore.
Well, I've still got a camera.
I guess I do have it.
All right, so we're gonna play Ollie Ollie World.
Death's Door it is.
God damn it! God damn it! This one.
Death's Door it is.
Ollie Ollie World. So real
we're
quick,
not.
Yeah, real quick, we have 5 minutes.
No, we're not.
5 minutes. Okay, so.
Yes.
Well, we said we were gonna play last week. We said Horrified. Did you play Horrified? No, I didn't play Memoir 44. Did you play Dark Cloud?
I did play Horrified once. We got halfway through it and I had to quit. I totally forgot.
Did you play Dark Cloud? Did you play Dark Cloud at all?
Yes, but like an hour.
Okay. I said Stories. I played it a little tiny bit. You said Barbie. Did you watch Barbie?
I did not get to go.
I said Hunger Games. Still haven't watched it.
That tracks.
Harmon Quest.
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
I watched an episode by myself.
All right. South Park. Barely watched that. Grow Home. All right. So real quick, what we're gonna do next week? Board game. Carcassonne.
We can do that one real quick.
All right.
You spelled it wrong. I'm just kidding.
Video games. I'm trying to get back in that Spider-Man DLC.
Ew, gross.
Nick, video game. I'm gonna put Dark Cloud.
Call of Duty. There's a new season. No. I'm gonna try to play some more Monster Hunter.
Okay. Movie.
I'm just watching the camera.
I'm put Hunger Games. I'm gonna do it. Someday.
I'll get back to you on this. I don't remember. I have something saved, but I don't remember.
Something saved.
Jurassic Park.
All right. TV show. I got nothing. I'm
Twisted Metal. I'm only on episode 4.
South Park. I'm not gonna watch anything interesting. Twisted Metal. Okay, and the next game is Ollie Ollie World.
It's Death's Door.
Which one do you want to play?
Death's Door.
Okay, Death's Door. Which one is it?
Death's
Okay,
Door.
the next one's gonna be Ollie Ollie World.
Sure.
All right. Boom. We're done.
Bye.
Nick, joke of the fortnight. Nick, joke of the fortnight.
You know, I had one when we started. This might take a second, guys.
I got one. Ready?
You can go ahead and come back to me.
I spotted an albino Dalmatian the other day. It was the least I could do for him.
That's actually pretty good.
Get it, Flynn? See, it took him a second. It took him a second. He smiled. All right. And
did you just follow a Twitter page that has dumb?
No, I just look at if I can't think of if I don't have one, I just look up dad jokes. Like my wife hates how I always pretend we are on walkie-talkies. She says our relationship is over. I said our relationship is what, over? But I've heard that one before. All right, you got it? No?
Yeah. I was talking to our local postal carrier the other day, and I'm just looking out the window, and you see, yeah, it's pretty hard for women to join the postal crew. It's a male-dominated field.
Heard that one.
I know, but it's all about the delivery.
All right. I think we're good. Nick, catchphrase.
I just gave you one.
Weird catchphrase.
All
right. This is Jess Markman. Okay, wait. You fucked me up. All right, that was a lot of fun, guys. Let's do it again. We'll see you next time. Jess Markman signing off.
Now can I shoot him?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we recording audio?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Hope to God.